Because Texas cannot prove none of that shit she claims. She know goddamn well it can't go to a jury trial. She know goddamn well she cannot establish, she referring to Texas, in this case, her Harris County Assistant Attorney. How the hell you gonna establish what they call physical abuse? You cannot establish, even if you, now people in Texas, y'all didn't know, but in Texas, you can spank your child. You can discipline your child physically, but what you cannot do is cause in rendering physical discipline is what they call substantial injury. In other words, you cannot shoot your child. That would result in a substantial injury. Can you take your hand and spank your child, which my wife and I will never do? We've already agreed to not physically discipline our child physically. But you can legally spank your child. What you cannot do, because you got people thinking you can whoop. Yes, you can. You just cannot cause what is called you cannot inflict what is called a substantial injury. And why would you want to injure your child in any event, much more a substantial injury? Like a gunshot wound or knife infliction would be substantial, could lead to death. So there must be not only physical abuse, but that abuse must become an injury, and that injury must be what they call substantial. Now you can get a dictionary, and your best advice to get a law dictionary to determine what substantial means. Now, Texas law is such that if the legislature fails to provide a legal definition for the word substantial, then and only in that event will a judge or judges resort to a acceptable common definition, such as the word conviction. Texas legislature has not defined what constitutes a conviction in the state of Texas, but the law of Texas allows judges to construe that term, and Texas judges have determined what a conviction is, and under Texas law have not been convicted. Under Texas law, a jury finding a person guilty in Texas is not a conviction, and that's what they made. That's one of the things that I expose. God sent me, raised me up, trained me, and sent me. Just keep living. The next element is mental abuse. What would you think constitutes mental abuse? Texas gives you some examples of what would constitute mental abuse. They're not going in under mental abuse. They're not accusing me of mental abuse. They're not accusing me of creating a genuine, real threat of physical injury from harm, from physical harm. They claim that I physically abused my child. Now, when you look at that video, is there do you see any kind of mental, physical, or threat of abuse to my child? That video picks up with my wife telling me to leave. Then you see the police officer off duty come outside the door and reached down to get my baby. I thought him to be telling me to come on, let's step outside and leave my baby in here. So I kind of overreacted. I'm not gonna leave my goddamn baby on no motherfucking hospital floor. Come outside and talk to you. That's what's going on in my mind. But I'm on closer look, I see him reaching down to pick my baby up. So we go outside. Is he escorting me off the property? I'm leaving anyway. He's not removing me from the property. I'm leaving. And I'm not yelling and screaming at staff, claiming that they're unlawfully holding my wife. Nor am I slinging or swinging my baby from side to side like I'm crazy. Nor do you see my child not having been strapped in his car seat. All lies. All lies. All lies. You see, we go outside. They don't know what's going on. You can see that. Even the security that had been standing out before I even got there don't really know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. Brandy don't know why she's been held. All she knows, she's been told she can't leave. So you get it. So when the police off-duty security officers say, You see what he's asking me. When I tell him what I knew, what did he say? What do you see him saying? That don't sound right. Let me go in here. See that? If it didn't goddamn sound right to him, how the fuck you think it was sounding to me? It don't even sound right to him. I'm her husband. You can't tell me why you holding my wife? Who told you couldn't tell me that? If she's not free to leave, what make you think you can't tell what's the big secret? What in the fuck is the big goddamn secret that she can't leave? What in the motherfucker is the big goddamn secret? So when he comes back, oh, okay. Now, after he went back in, you know me, I love to argue law. I was going to educate police because a lot of them are dumb. I'm not dumb, sorry. Not stupid. Struck senseless, deficient, or dull in understanding. Formed or done, I guess, something in one's mind without reasoning, thereby making one's judgment foolish. I included words to make it clear for the reader because I had to meditate upon words to make that definition as recorded in the 1991 Dictionary of Webster that I had bought it in the commissary in the Harris County Jail, learning definitions of words like Malcolm X did. So from that point, so the officer is pretty much ignorant. So I wanted to educate him on the law, and he didn't want to hear it. So we agreed to disagree. He didn't want to hear me teach him law. Fine. I don't give a damn. Really don't. That's fine. I already know that I'm in a public. I misspoke. I knew that I was in a public. I knew I was in a private corporation. But I was trying to say it was open to the public. That's what I'm trying to get at, but I get excited. And so you got to have your shit promulgated and it's got to be posted, published, so people can see that. You just don't go up to somebody and tell them they can't record because you say so. You have to, in this world, you have to prove, you have to prove what you claim. Especially in court. You have to, if you're saying that a person cannot record, where's the policy? It has to be promulgated. You don't just expect people to believe to be convincing when you write and when you speak, you need to back up your opinion that I cannot record in this public, in this private corporation with reasons. Well, let me start over. I shouldn't have tried. Okay. To be convincing when you write and when you speak, you need to back up your opinion with reasons and evidence. No one is going to believe that what you say is true just because you say it. So, having taught myself from English grammar books and studying the English language as I have, I don't just let people tell me anything and just believe it. You have to prove that to me. If you tell me I cannot record, then just show me the policy. Don't expect me to believe it. Don't expect anyone to believe it. So she told me I couldn't record, but anyway, so I was trying to explain to the officers that this private corporation is open to the public. If I'm not allowed to use my cell phone, then you need to put that in, you need to post that. Upon entering this building, you shall be subject to turning your cell phones off. You may not record video or audio from your cell phone. You may talk on your phone, whatever you might do, but you have to give us notice what your policies are, so we'll know how to conduct ourselves. And if we don't like what your policies are, then we don't even want. Then people, I don't even want to come on. I'm gonna take me to Bentab then, or take me to LBJ. I don't like their policies. They don't let you drink coffee or whatever it is. But you don't just wait till I done paid my money to get up here and start telling me what I can and cannot do with my property. Give me notice. That's what I was trying to explain. You got to put me on legal notice of what your policy. You got to put me on goddamn legal notice. They didn't. So When you look at like the FBI Oriental agent last week, looked at, I asked her, she went on YouTube, the FBI. An Oriental, some people might want to call her Chinese, others might want to call her Japanese, Vietnamese, whatever. I refer to them as Oriental because I don't know which nationality, I can't just look at her and tell she's Chinese. Some people are good like that they can. I can't. She could be Japanese. So I'm going to refer to the agent as Oriental. And she looked on the video on the YouTube, and I asked her, I say, do you see any goddamn, I get upset, do you see any do you see any goddamn child abuse up in here? She said no. Now, but wait a minute, before I answered it, I told her, look at and read this. Read what they're saying. Not just looking at the video, you don't need to fuck what they wrote down. Do you see any child abuse? Just look, because child abuse is something that's legally, is a law. A child abuse is defined by state law. Texas tells you what what constitutes child abuse. So do you see any fucking child abuse? And she said no. And then she looked at the video. She looked at the goddamn what they sued me for. And then I keep trying to tell the judge, I haven't been served with a citation. Ask any lawyer out of state. Ask any motherfucking lawyer out of state. Does that judge have jurisdiction over my person? Without me first being served with a copy or a duplicate. Fuck a copy. I want a duplicate. An exact image. Because I can copy shit with my pen, but that's not of the original, and that don't make it original. Give me a duplicate of the original of the citation and the petition. So mine will be the exact as yours. Only difference is yours has the original signature or name on it. Mine is not the original, but a duplicate of the original. And I taught myself all this law. You think I'm not gonna use it to my goddamn advantage? Now, in order for that judge to fuck with me and subject me to the goddamn orders of his court that he serves for, I have to be legally served, or I must waive. And the only way you can waive that service or process in Texas is to do it before a notary public, and it's got to be on file. Because there's no service or process has been served upon me, nor have I waived it, nor have they got anything in writing. He can't do what he's done. And this is what I'm trying to explain to the FBI. You can't do that bullshit to me. You do that bullshit to all these other non-thinking, uninformed person, but you can't do it to me, legally. Now, I was never served with citation, and particularly ask any lawyer out of state. Those in Texas, they may be scared to tell you because they got to work here. They got to feed their wives and husbands and children, pay their bills. They ain't gonna want to go against the system here in Texas. Get a lawyer that's not subject to federal judge's jurisdiction from other states. He could give a damn about what a federal judge in Texas or a state judge in Texas got to say, because he's not subject to a federal judge's jurisdiction. Judges don't get jurisdiction. The court gets that. Judges get what we call judicial authority, and that judicial authority is derived from a court having jurisdiction, the power to bind people, to render judgments and have them enforced. The law directs CPS, which is the Harris County Attorney's Office represents CPS in court. Child Protective Custody Service represents them. The attorney for CPS had to request for an initial hearing. Make sure y'all people can see I'm at CPS. This is the Texas Department of Family and Protective Service. This is at 3 North Point Drive. So this is my location. Had to request for a hearing. And at the initial hearing, I would get to come in and show the judge that I went to jail behind my child. The judge found there was no probable cause for me being arrested. And since I was arrested in my house, look, you need to be catching the bus. You done went against me for the last time. I told you, the shit you doing gonna get me hurt or in jail. You keep doing the same shit, you gotta disregard for my safety, my life. Move on. No, you go get it. No, they will get. I'm not going nowhere for you. No, well, I don't. You catch the cab. You catch a cab. Shit. You catch a cab. The same people that you assisted take my child from me, the same people that you keep helping, working for, you. That's what you're doing. You keep going against me. You're only 23 years old. If you'd have kept your mouth closed, you keep running your mouth. We keep having when it was with the car. Okay, when it was with the car, you screwed up. Everything you do, just like your mama, you screw up. You screw up. I'm sick of it. I told you quit going against me. You keep doing it. No. I don't want. I'm waiting on the police. You need to move on. You think I'm not? You think I'm not? I call the goddamn police too.
For what?
You did. They didn't tell me I couldn't see my child, and I don't know. And you and cause you were now, I guess, acting a damn fool. Why they put me?
I didn't do nothing.
Yes, you did.
Acting a damn fool. You told me to find me a ride home, and I said.
No. I'm talking inside CPS.
I didn't even do
Yes,
nothing.
you did.
What did I do?
Yeah, you see, you don't even know.
What did I? Because I didn't do nothing.
Well, go tell them you didn't do nothing.
Tell me what I did.
You know you got the clown, and they told you, hold them up. Don't come in there with that. You ain't supposed to say. You don't go against. You wasn't supposed to say none of that.
So that's
You were yes. You started. You be giving these people tools. You wasn't supposed to say shit. You here to see your baby, our baby. All you had to do is just fuck what I'm doing, and it had shit to do with you. Everything I do for Reed, you always step in every fucking time, Brandon. Every fucking time. Whether it's with the car, whatever it be.
You're never gonna be allowed to see him. That's what I was told.
Well, that's not true because they know I'm finna see my child. Yeah.
I gotta find me somewhere else to go. I better catch a cab. Because they said he can't see Katie. Right.
Should have thought about that when you're doing all that shit. That's just your problem. I don't need a woman like you. Your kind, your generation, listen to Beyonce and what's his name, Lil Wayne. Oh, that's just harmful. Right here. I called you all. I brought my wife. My name is Ronald Dwayne Whitfield, Prophet Ronald Dwayne Whitfield. I brought my wife here so we can see our baby. CPS has already violated the law and took my baby. I'm finna probably today do a food and water strike at the Federal Bureau of Investigation to expose this all over the world. When I got here, we went inside and I'm informed just now for the first time that I cannot see my baby.
Did they give you a reason?
Then that's just it. I'm asking why?
So was the child removed from your custody?
Without legal authority, the Fifth Circuit told Texas and other states that if you go in someone's house without a warrant, that's why the judge released me from jail. The police said, we don't want to take you yet, but I'm going to jail with y'all for my child.
What's back here? Did they remove the child from your custody?
Without a warrant.
So they did remove.
Without a warrant. And the judge is yet to hold a
They
hearing.
did remove the child.
They removed the child.
So they have the child.
They have my child.
Here in this building?
Yes.
Okay.
And the FBI's told me to write out my complaint. They're going to investigate it. I don't know what's going on. But my purpose of calling y'all right now is that they just not telling me not only am I not allowed to come in the building all of a sudden, I just was in there, but I can't see my child and they won't tell me why.
Okay. And what is it that exactly that you're wanting the Houston Police Department to do for you today?
I need them to tell me why I can't see my child.
Okay. I can go speak with them, but they really tell you the truth.
They have to give you a legal reason that's my
They
child.
don't have to give me the answer.
Sir, City Hall, well, could you call a supervisor because that's my child? There's no court order that's saying I can't visit with my own child.
Okay. Well, let me go talk to them and
Yeah, I just, whatever they got, tell me in writing, let me see that. Don't just tell me you cannot see your child because I said so.
well, I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna go talk to them, but I can't make them do anything.
I'm not saying that you can, but I'm gonna file a police report against them.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring a criminal charge against them because they don't have a court order. The judge only gave them what they call a conservatorship management.
Okay. So have you been to see a judge yet?
We've been to court, but there was no ruling that I can't see my child.
Okay, I think
What?
I think that would be the proper avenue.
No, well, no. If she can see, sir, they have to. I don't. What could I say? I don't know what. I don't know the basis for not being able to see my child. That's what I want to
Well,
know.
I mean, if the state of Texas removed your child, they obviously had.
I'm not saying they didn't. I'm not saying that the state of Texas through CPS and the agency did remove my child, and I am saying it's unlawful. The Fifth Circuit says it's unlawful court of appeal. But nevertheless, they cannot legally stop me from seeing my child without a court order.
And that's where I'm saying you would have to go see a judge about that.
They have, yes, so I'm asking them, why can I see my child? That's all I'm asking. Why can I not see my child? That's like you trying to provoke me.
I mean,
They have, sir, come on, sir. They say I can't go in, but I can come on the property. Yeah, I just want to know what's the legal basis.
You want to go talk to him then? Yeah. I'll wait out here with him. Yeah, I'll wait out here with you, brother.
Yeah, sir, excuse me, officer. This is what I'm asking him. If they have, all I'm asking, what's the legal basis? Give it to me in writing so I can take it to the FBI because I'm fixing to do a food and water strike and I want the world to know. Yeah, just put it in writing, whatever it is. This is, every time I look up, I'm having to call law enforcement behind people just abusing authority. If, for example, if someone, you probably married, you probably have a child, and you're a police officer, you get off duty, and someone, CPS telling you can't see your child, you would, why?
Well, I mean, surely they would tell you why.
That's what I'm asking.
I find it hard to believe that they removed the child without.
Well, no. They saying I committed child abuse.
Okay.
But of course, the hospital was recording and I recorded, so now they hate they ever did that. No, seriously.
I mean, that sounds like pretty good. Did you go to jail for it?
The police officer asked me not to go to jail, but I demanded to go to jail. Now, do that make sense? If for two reasons don't make sense. Who wants to demand to go to jail? I don't know people doing it unless they ain't got nowhere to live. And two, if I was abusing my child, why would I want to go to jail? Those two legal, factual bases that don't follow from the premise.
Yeah.
If I'm abusing my child, why would I want to go to jail behind my child? And I'm abusing my child.
I can't speak for you, but we only take people to jail if they develop some crime.
Well, exactly. That's why the judge found no probable cause because I didn't physically tell them or verbally tell them that I was gonna stop them from removing the child. I just told them that I'm not gonna give him and put him in your hands.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Prophet Ronald Dwayne Whitfield. Prophet Ronald.
Do you have an ID on you?
Texas Penal Code, chapter I think 38.
You don't have to read the penal code.
Where it says,
I'm
just
asking for
give
your
you my name.
I'm just asking for your name.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to give you,
got
bro.
your driver's license on you or no?
It just says to just get officer your name.
Okay. So what's your name?
Ronald Dwayne Whitfield.
How do you spell that?
RONALD. The middle name is Dwayne. DWAYNE. And the last name, sir, is WHITFIELD.
What's your date of birth?
05241966.
Okay, do you have a text ID or driver's
I do.
Okay.
Valid.
Okay.
Are you able to answer the question?
Yeah, what's up, man?
That body camera, do you all of y'all have them now?
Not everyone.
And they're patrolling without that body camera?
Most of us have.
And when do they activate?
As soon as we step out the car.
Here you go, officer. I'm not really. I'm just making a video so people can. A lot of Texas people in Texas don't know Texas law. Here you are. I'm not. You know. Oh, okay. All right. They don't inform themselves of the law, and I don't understand that. You live under law, but you don't. People don't get there. That don't make any sense to me.
So they already told you they don't want you on the property?
No, they didn't say on the property. They told. Well, first, let me, for the record, I was here for one reason. The investigator by the name of Brian Evans submitted to me, mailing me on the day that I turned 51. People think it's my birthday. I only have one birthday. A letter claiming that he found neglectful supervision on her part and my part. That's a conclusion. Needless to say, now what other facts led you to this conclusion? How did you get to Dallas, so to speak? How did you get to this conclusion? So I come here because you get a right to appeal this conclusion. So they, I guess a lot of people, it's kind of hard to, do you understand what I'm saying here? Someone giving you some information, claiming that you committed child abuse or your conduct was negligent. That's a conclusion. You need facts to lead you to understand those conclusions. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, if you think the alleged investigation, isn't what it appears to be, I mean, you can always go to court over it. Right?
Well, this is like internal, like the agency. It's an agency matter. So what I'm saying is that anytime someone gives you some conclusory, for example, you should not smoke cigarettes, and you ask why. Well, because you just shouldn't. That's what is called a circular reasoning. And the reason would be, smoking causes.
Well, I mean, that sounds like you're making a good case, but you just, like I said, you need to use the proper avenues.
Well, I am. But they tell you to come here.
And the civil courthouse would be that avenue.
Right, but you have. Well, see, this is like an internal matter here with respect to the willful neglect. I have to appeal it here. It has nothing to do with the court. This is something else. So
did you appeal it?
I'm asking him. Yeah, before I can appeal it, I need to.
Where's this at?
Yeah, before I can appeal, I need to discover the underlying basis for this conclusion. I can't. I have to guess it. Why? I would have to guess, speculate.
Oh, where's this at?
Yes. I would have to speculate what you're talking about. In other words, if like when you all do an all police offense report, offense incident, and another report y'all refer to, incident report, offense report. But when you do an offense report and an incident report, you lead, well, especially if it's a offense report, traffic violation, whatever, you set out information to lead to you to believe that a person has ran a stop sign or committed a crime. You set out the facts.
We only state the facts of the case.
Right, but they just telling me, they not telling me what the facts are that gave you, how you got to this conclusion. So I cannot appeal. But still a lot of people non-thinking.
Yeah, well, here comes this officer. Let's see what he says.
Yeah, yes. So that's what I did, and then that's when they told me that I can't see my child.
So I spoke with the supervisor because your caseworker's not here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was explaining to me that y'all's appointment was at 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
2 o'clock, right?
1 o'clock.
And at 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
Mhm.
And at any time, that visitation can be canceled, okay? So they can stop the visitation at whatever time they want because they have custody of the kid, of the child.
Okay.
What's his name?
My son,
Yes, sir.
his name is Caden Lee Whitfield.
Okay, I'll make sure I was talking about the right person. Okay?
Yes.
So, because they have that authority, whenever you went in there, apparently some kind of disturbance was caused, some kind of commotion, to where they were like, okay, you cannot view the child.
Okay, excuse me for a minute. Brandy, can you come here, please?
She was able to see the child.
Yes.
Y'all's next appointment is on Thursday.